Hey guys, my name is Mohammed, and in this video I'm going to go over pay-as-you-go plans specifically for RPA Power Automate licensing. So the pay-as-you-go plan, it lets you pay for Power Apps and Power Automate using Azure subscription. And the great thing about it is you don't have to buy any kind of licensing upfront or commit to any kind of monthly licensing. So in this video I'm going to go over specifically the RPA licensing for Power Automate. So the first plan, which is a 60-cent plan, does not include RPA, but the second plan, which is also 60 cents per flow run, it includes the attended RPA. But if you want to run an unattended RPA, then it's going to be the third plan, which is $3 per flow per run. If you want to know the difference between attended and unattended RPA, please go back and watch my original RPA licensing video. I covered unattended and attended, the difference between attended and unattended plans in pretty detail. So the way the billing is going to work with pay-as-you-go plan is you need to have an Azure subscription. So all the charges of pay-as-you-go will be built towards the Azure subscription. So one of the advantages is that it reduces the overhead of license procurement and lets you manage and spread costs across business units. And if you take a look at my screen over here, so if you have a marketing team and you apply this quote unquote billing policy to apply the charges towards an Azure subscription, then you can have an Azure subscription for marketing in itself. The same thing over here. You can have a finance team subscription and then apply all of the pay-as-you-go charges towards the finance team's Azure subscription. So let's take a look at the prepaid subscription versus pay-as-you-go cost difference here. So the first row is the attended RPA, the second row is the unattended RPA. So we're going to go ahead and cover and take a look at the differences on the attended RPA first and then talk about unattended after that. So here's the data for 3 months. So month 1, month 2, month 3, and this is the number of users for the attended RPA. Now this is the cost for having attended RPA, which is $40 per user per month. And this is the cost for running RPA for pay-as-you-go, which is 60 cents. Now, so here's the calculations that I have done. So if you take a look at this, then $1,200, and the calculation is very easy, which is 3 months into 10 users into $40 per user per month, which is $1,200. So if I were to have prepaid subscription, then I'll be paying $1,200 for 10 users. But whereas if I have pay-as-you-go for the same thing, I end up paying $87, which is the total of these 3 months over here, which is 145 runs into 60 cents straight per run, which is $87. So I see that pay-as-you-go is a lot cheaper over here. Now let's take a look at the unattended RPA over here. So again, 3 months of data over here, and I have 2 concurrent bots, which means that it's going to require 2 different unattended licensing at $100 a piece. And then so this is $40 for prepaid subscription per month for attended, and on the top of that $150 for unattended, and per bot, and then here's the $3 for pay-as-you-go. So the total for prepaid subscription comes up to $1,200, and the calculation is 3 months, so it's all about 3 months, and it's about $40 per month. And then I have 2 concurrent bots, which is $150 into 2, and then so multiply that for 3 straight months, so which is $1,020. But whereas if I have pay-as-you-go subscription, then it comes to $435, which is a lot lesser. And if you look at it, it's 145 runs multiplied by straight $3 per run. So over here also pay-as-you-go comes out cheaper. So if you take a look at it, then I think that there's some money to be saved in pay-as-you-go. You will have to just sit down and then run some numbers. Now if I go ahead and change some numbers over here, so on unattended RPA, instead of 100, 25, and 20, I'm going to go ahead and bump this up to 100 and then 100 over here as well. So in that case, so there are 100 runs in a month, in every single month, so there's 300 runs altogether. Even for that, I'm saving some money on a 3-month run. So, and if I have bots over here, so 2 bots, so if I bump it up to 4 bots for the same price, so the 4 bots is coming up to $1,920, whereas the same thing I can still get it for $900. Okay, so let's go to attended RPA now and take a look at attended RPA. So over here I have 10 users, and then I have, and I'm I'm gonna bump up all these runs over here as well to 100, 100, 100 each. So 300 runs. Even with that, this comes out really, really cheap, $180. You know, so even if I have 500 runs over here, let's just put all of these to 500 runs over here and then see what I get. So that's still $900. It's cheaper than a prepaid subscription. So you will have to go ahead and run some numbers, calculate some numbers. I have this sheet also available on my blog. Feel free to download this. So now let's go ahead and take a look at some frequently asked questions. Question number one, I already have Power Automate per user or Power Automate per user with a tendered license. So how is this going to reflect my pay-as-you-go billing? So if you already have the Power Automate per user or Power Automate per user license with a tendered, especially with the tendered license, then you won't be charged under pay-as-you-go since you are paid through the prepaid licensing. Question number two, I'm testing my flow in the designer and I keep running this same flow over and over again. So will I be billed as many times as I run it? No. You will not be billed. To make it easy to test and fix flows, no charges will be incurred when doing testing from designer. Question number three, I resubmit workflows that have failed. So if you keep resubmitting flows that have failed, there will not be any charge, no matter how many times you resubmit it. Question number four, I have child flow that runs off cloud flow or a tendered flow. So keep in mind this is specifically for tendered flow. So there will only be a single charge for the parent flow run. No charges will be incurred for the child flow runs no matter how many child flows you have. I have child flows that run in unattended mode. So for unattended mode, both parent and the child flow runs will be charged as two distinct flows. If there's one child flow which runs after, so that's going to be a second charge as a second run. So as many child flows there are, it's going to be that many runs for unattended mode. Number six, already have prepaid unattended RPA add-on for my bot. So when it comes down to unattended add-ons, the game is completely different. So RPA add-on subscriptions will be ignored and pay-as-you-go will be enabled. Every unattended flow run in the environment will be charged. So you might as well just take your RPA add-on subscription and either cancel it out or just apply towards a different bot. Question number seven, I have more than one concurrent bot licensing. So you'll be charged by the number of runs irrespective of how many concurrent bot licensings you have, which is straight $3 per run. Thank you so much guys for watching this session.